Do you ever feel dizzy when you first get out of bed in the morning? Or maybe after sitting for a long time? Or even right after a big meal? If that sounds familiar, it's probably not just random. It could actually be a sign of low blood pressure. Now, most people only think about high blood pressure. And yes, that's definitely something to watch out for. But low blood pressure can cause issues too. It can leave you feeling weak, lightheaded, or in some cases, even make you faint. And that can be risky, especially if it happens while you're driving, climbing stairs, or just going about your normal day. The good news: there are some really simple things you can do to help keep your blood pressure steady. And in this video, we're going to go over some of the most practical tips you can start using right away. But first, let's quickly break down what actually causes low blood pressure. Well, there isn't just one reason. For some people, it's a side effect of the medications they're taking. For others, it's tied to health conditions like diabetes. And as we get older, especially past age 70, it tends to become even more common. Now, here's something important. Doctors don't usually prescribe medication just for low blood pressure. Instead, they focus on treating the underlying cause. That could mean adjusting your current meds or making a few simple lifestyle changes. And believe it or not, those changes can make a big difference. Now let's dive into the first tip. Get up slowly. One of the most common times people with low blood pressure feel dizzy is when getting out of bed or standing up from a chair. According to the Mayo Clinic, this happens because blood pressure can drop suddenly when you change position too quickly, a condition known as orthostatic hypotension. The key is to take your time. In the morning, try stretching while you're still in bed to get your blood flowing, then move to a sitting position before slowly standing up. You might also want to try this technique from the British Heart Foundation. When you're getting up from sitting, just cross and uncross your legs a few times before you stand. It helps push blood back up to your heart and brain, which can keep you from feeling lightheaded. Another tip is to sleep with your head slightly elevated. You can do this by using extra pillows or raising the top of your mattress just a bit. That way, when you wake up, your body is already partly adjusted and less likely to react with dizziness. Tip number 2. Move more. When you sit still for too long, like watching TV on the couch or working at your desk, your blood pressure can actually drop. That's why it's so important to keep your body moving. Even short walks, just 10 minutes at a time, can make a big difference. If you're working from home, you could try a standing desk, or even an under-desk treadmill to keep your body moving while you work. And if moving around isn't always possible, another option is wearing compression stockings. These supportive elastic stockings put gentle pressure on your legs, which helps push blood back up toward your heart and keep your blood pressure from dipping too low. But just a quick note: compression stockings aren't suitable for everyone, so it's best to check with your doctor before trying them. Tip number 3. Eat smaller meals more often. Have you ever noticed feeling really tired after a big festive meal? That's actually because more of your blood is rushing to your stomach to help with digestion, and that can make your blood pressure drop. According to the Cleveland Clinic, one of the best fixes is simply switching to smaller, lighter meals throughout the day. And scientific studies back this up. One study published in Clinical Autonomic Research found that swapping 3 large meals for 6 smaller ones, while keeping the calories the same, reduced dizziness and blood pressure drops in people who tend to experience low blood pressure after meals. Here's another thing to keep in mind. Foods like white bread, pasta, rice, cakes, and cookies digest very quickly. And when that happens, your blood pressure can dip even further right after eating. A better option is whole grains, since they break down more slowly and help keep your blood pressure on a steadier level. Tip number 4. Drink plenty of fluids. Did you know that more than half of your blood is actually plasma, and plasma is mostly water? That's why staying hydrated is so important for keeping your blood pressure steady. According to the NHS, most people should try to get about 6 to 8 glasses of fluids daily. And the Mayo Clinic also points out that being well hydrated can prevent that lightheaded feeling when you stand up too quickly. One thing to keep in mind, it's best to limit caffeine and alcohol. The British Heart Foundation explains that both can dehydrate you, which may make low blood pressure worse. And one last reminder, if your doctor has told you to limit fluids because of a heart or kidney condition, always check with them before drinking more. Tip number 5. Choose saltier foods. You've probably heard that eating too much salt isn't good for your heart, and that's true. But if your blood pressure is very low, doctors may sometimes recommend adding a little extra salt to your diet. According to the Mayo Clinic and the British Heart Foundation, increasing salt can help raise blood pressure, but it needs to be done in a healthy way. Instead of reaching for salty junk food, go for nutrient-rich options like olives, anchovies, smoked or tinned fish, or even cottage cheese. Just keep in mind, salt isn't right for everyone. If you've been told to cut back on sodium because of heart or kidney problems, always check with your doctor before making changes. So there you have it. 5 simple but powerful tips that can really help keep low blood pressure under control. Remember, everyone's different, so what works for one person may not work exactly the same for another. That's why it's always a good idea to check with your doctor before making any big changes. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and leave a comment below. And don't forget to subscribe to Blood Pressure Healthcare for more tips on managing and maintaining healthy blood pressure. Stay healthy, and we'll see you in the next video.